Yo, what's good, HP? It's your boy Michael Patrick Buckley here, back with another video. Yes, I did get a haircut. Check it out. Looking kind of crazy. Got it faded. Kept the top a tad bit long, but ugly a new person, and I'm ready to rock and roll, baby. So yeah, I mean, today I'm gonna be commenting on the passing of an individual who claimed to be a raw vegan. Her name was Zana Dart, Dart, and the report says that she dies of starvation. Now, this has been all over, the vegan community, the carnivore, the food world, all this stuff. Like, anytime anyone can get their hands on something like this, it's like just great content. And here I am talking about it myself. So, um, it's important though, and that's just the reality of it. It's terrible. It's so sad to see what happened. You hate to see it, but this isn't the first time that it's happened in this community, to where people are starving themselves, they're dry fasting, they're doing this, they're doing that, and they pass away. It's um, and of course, it doesn't just happen in the raw, food vegan community. Um, but I'll get to that. So there's an article on the New York Post here. I'm not going to go over all the entire article, but I'll put that uh in the section below here, and you guys can check that out if you're interested. Um, but yeah, it's terrible. This girl was supposedly on a diet of like fruit and maybe like raw vegetables. I mean, she's crazy skinny. Um, I mean, she looks like a beautiful girl and looks like she's enjoying her life, but it's not good. And I guess supposedly like people tried getting her help, and it just didn't necessarily work. And here we are today with her death, unfortunately. But yeah, so you can go through and uh read this post if you want to. It's interesting. Um, but anyway, so everyone's commenting on this Instagram post, right? There's like over 1,000 comments. And you have your carnivore people or people who are omnivores, whatever. They're saying like the first comment I see here is could have been avoided with a nice juicy steak. And the reality of it is that's honestly potentially true. There's someone who comments, I'm mostly raw vegan for over 30 years now, still alive. My dear friend Karen, been raw vegan for 50 years and thriving. I know at least 1,000 healthy raw vegans, including big celebrities. That's just not true at all. Now 1,000 compared to what 8 billion people on the earth. 1,000 people you're gonna say? I mean, it's not an ideal number, and it's to try to like compare it to everyone else in the entire world. So definitely ideal to come up with bigger numbers than that. Um, so yeah, someone comments, so sad. I don't think it had to do with being vegan. She most likely had an eating disorder. She died of starvation. 100% correct. There's someone who commented, I've been vegan since birth, for 29 years and thriving. Dying of starvation has nothing to do with veganism and everything to do with eating disorders and underlying health issues. For sure. Totally agree with that. Couldn't agree more. And it's just comments back and forth on that, right? Now, the reality of it is, okay, let's just say it's not about veganism. It's not. It really truly is about her having an eating disorder and her truly starving herself and being anorexic. And people get in those modes where they look this way, or they feel a certain way, or maybe they truly are so scared to eat certain foods they can't get out of it. It's a trap, something in their brain, a certain condition, they can't get out of it. And shit like this happens. Now I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know the science behind anorexia or the science behind eating disorders, but what I can tell you though is that um her being raw vegan doesn't necessarily help. Now, of course, we can sit here and blame raw veganism, but once again, it's an eating disorder, and there's people who die who have eating disorders and they're not raw vegan. That's just that just is what it is. That just, it happens. People, they go through shit like this, right? And it's horrible. Now, the thing that I want to bring to everyone's attention here, and I want to point out to people, is that, so first off, veganism in itself is very restrictive. It is. There's no denying that it's restrictive. Um, you can walk into any store, any food, any shop, anywhere in the entire world, and you could probably get meat. You can probably get dairy, potentially get eggs, maybe not eggs, but like something with eggs in it, stuff with butter in it, stuff with milk in it, stuff with cheese. But like, to say that about a even plant-based diet, and walking into a store and finding something vegan, it can be very challenging sometimes. To some extent, it really can be. And that's just the sad reality of it. So it's restrictive. It's a very restrictive way to live. And that's okay. That's fine. We choose that. We choose that route. We choose that path versus just being able to eat anything and everything, whatever we want. So now let's take it even, let's like triple the steps, or quadruple the steps. And let's just go to being a raw vegan. That's like crazy restrictive. And then saying that like you're going to be only eating fruit, that's like insanely restrictive. Like, to think that you should do that and that it's going to be healthy to some regard. I mean, it's mind blowing, right? So with that, this is what we see in these communities, though. We see like, even the vegans, they're like, they make you feel bad about every decision that you make. They're, oh, you're eating meat, like it's immoral, it's unethical. Oh, you do this. And like they want to like keep you in. They want to like keep pulling you in. And even still, I'm talking to someone the other day, and they're like, it's veganism. It's not about like how I feel or how I look. It's about the animals, and it's about doing what's best for them. And it's like the craziest thing to me. It's mind blowing. Like, do you not give a fuck about your health? It's insane. Truly, it's that in alone. It's a disorder, right? When there's billions of animals that are dying each year, it's crazy, right? Like when you actually think about it, like, do you not care about your health? It's all you have. That's everything you have in your life. You're just going to give that up, right? So yeah. So then you have the vegans saying all that stuff, like, don't eat meat, don't do this, don't do what's best for your body, right? If even though like a lot of times you can potentially fix your health issues with like being vegan. But I mean, we see so many people go back to like eating steak and eggs and all that stuff, right? And here's me, like, I have had some stuff that did have some animal products in it recently. Not because I'm fucking dying or whatever. It's just like, I just had it. So, but like, it's not like I'm fucking turning into some fucking next vegan. No, like everything else that I've eaten has been vegan. So, I had a ton of tofu today. It was fire as fuck. Anyways, so then, yeah, let's go into the raw vegan. You see these people who like on their Instagram posts, it's like, don't eat this because it has citric acid and it has this in it and all these other chemicals. Like, eat fruit because it's one ingredient when it's really not just one ingredient, but you can say it is when it's really not. Eat this because of, it's a whole food. Like, it's just, you see all this stuff where it's just constantly restricting. And then legit, it's like you're fighting yourself, you're in there and it's like, citric acid, bah! And you gotta like move out of the way. Okay. It's like, it's legit. You're just fighting yourself with every single food decision that you make. And that's like where it starts. So, for sure, it's a disorder. She has an eating disorder and she died because of an eating disorder. She starved herself, right? There's still that like little piece though that comes right up, it fits in that puzzle where it's like you have these people in these communities who say all this stuff. Don't eat this, don't eat that, go on a juice fast, dry fast for 16 hours every single day. Don't drink water. Don't eat fat with fruit. Don't eat protein with your starch, or don't eat protein with your starches. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. And it's it's fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. I mean, totally. Okay, hear me out. It's not all total bullshit, right? Like maybe in the perfect world, you should only be eating a carb and then you should eat your protein after versus like combining them. But who does that? No one. And our body adapts, right? But maybe that's why people do get good results on carnivore or on keto because they only eat the fat and the protein and they restrict the carbs. So maybe it does digest better. I don't know. But yeah. So of course, it's eating disorder. She starved herself. But like, I would wonder if she wasn't like so restrictive and probably had these views on, and I have no clue. I'm just assuming. So you can make an ass out of you and me, or me and me, that, oh my gosh, it wasn't that. It was something else. She loved eating fruit and only fruit, and she was so happy doing it. No, but really, it's just these people. They like mind fuck you, and they get in your head, and you think this shit that you have to be doing this kind of stuff, and you don't. You really don't at all. It's the reality of it. But what I was saying is that, um, uh, if she wasn't, let's just say she wasn't even vegan, right? Like, at least maybe she would have this thought to be like, oh, maybe I will go out and have some eggs or go out and the one comment on here, it does crack me up where it's like it like it's I hate to laugh, but for real, one prime rib and you're back in business. I mean seriously. And I'm not even joking. I tell people, I'm like, holy fuck, dude, that fucking person needs a steak. I even say it to myself. I'm like, fuck, I need a steak. I say it not all the time, but I say it, you know? Do I? Probably not, but there's definitely a lot of vegans out there who need a fucking steak. For sure. 100%. So, but it's like it's just the ego and these beliefs and the restriction and all this stuff combined, and it's like it creates disorders. Even myself, like I went through it. I'm still like getting over it. Even with being like crazy high carb, like I'm still getting over that stuff. Thinking that I have to like eat these massive fucking meals and just constantly keep eating and eating and eating and eating until you fucking puke because you're only eating carbohydrates. Like I I puked. I ate so much carbs. I fucking had to force myself. I was like, I puked. I ate too much. Legit. It happened. It happened twice. But like you just don't know. You've no clue. Seriously. Until you try it and experience. And then you're like, wow, I'm a fucking dumbass. So yeah. Anyways, it sucks. I'm being very emotional right now with my hands, and I'm fucking like, hey, everywhere. It's horrible. But we have to learn from this. It's not healthy to look like she does. It's when I was a raw vegan, not healthy to look how I looked. I don't care if I was fucking healing, whatever. That's not healthy. I know a better option that I can do. Not do that. You can get great results and not starve yourself. And not only eat fruit and not be a raw vegan. You can do it. It's possible. It's funny, this picture here of her like with her bicep. I mean, like it's like the size of, I'm not gonna say it, but like it's just so skinny. Oh my gosh, it's like sickening. What are you in a fucking concentration camp? Are we in Haiti? Like if you can afford food, but eat it. buy it. Grow it yourself if you're that worried about it. I don't know, you know? Oh my gosh. That's the thing is like, we're not in a concentration camp. It's not the Holocaust. At least for humans. For animals, it is. That's the reality of it. It truly is. It's fucking horrible. Oh man. All right. I think I've had enough. I've had enough ranting. Um, so just to conclude, yes, she has an eating disorder. Yes, she starved herself. But you put yourself in that paradigm and you restrict yourself and then you block everything that says to go back. And it's hard to get out of that. It really is. It's very difficult. So it's like you really got to have an open mindset. You got to let go. You got to live your life. Oh, but this. Oh, but that. Oh, but fruit. We're frugivores. We're fruitarians. But my teeth's falling out. Oh no, I'm just my teeth are just detoxing. I'm just detoxing my teeth. They're not going to grow back, but my teeth are falling out. Oh my gosh. I just really hope that people can learn. It sucks. It's sad, but is what it is. So, anyways, guys, stay up, be great. Always keep it 100.